Grand Rising, y'all. How are you? How are you guys? Happy Wednesday. Yeah. What is it? Today's hump day, right? Happy hump day, y'all. How are you guys feeling? How are y'all feeling? Let me know your zodiac signs down below. I am gonna just do collectives today. I'm not gonna be taking any personal readings. So I just wanted to come through. Yesterday, I asked a lot of you to come through with some questions. Oh, happy birthday! My Taurus baby. I love my Taurus gang. My mom's a Taurus. Her birthday was on May 2nd. And then my sister-in-law's birthday was on May 4th. So a lot of Tauruses. And then I have a niece who is a Taurus too. I think her birthday's on the... shit. I think it's on the 15th. Oops. You do? No way. I love it. My Taurus gang. How are you guys feeling? Are you guys feeling good in your element right now? Oh, no way. That is a wild. Look at us. All having the same birthdays out there. That's wild. I mean, feeling good? Feeling grounded? I hope so. I hope you guys are enjoying the luxuries of your life right now and really diving into all the pleasures, because that is what Taurus does best. You guys just do it so comfortably. You guys make being effortless just, it's easy for you guys to just be. I really do feel that way. Hey, how are you, Liz? 30, flirty, and thriving. That's right, girl. I'm right there with you. I'm 30. I just turned 30 in December of last year. So I'm turning 31 this year, which is crazy. Liz, how are you today? What's going on? What's good with you? I'm gonna wait for some people to come in, guys, because I want to do a collective reading, but I also want to make sure that I'm not going to take any personal readings today, because I'm going to be hopping off around like 9:30, 10-ish. You're good, washing clothes, all right, taking care of the household situations. That's good. That's good. So I'm doing good. Yeah, I had a good morning so far. I've just been moving and grooving. I woke up really early this morning. And my fiance was like, "Why are you up so early?" I'm like, "I don't know. My spirit man is just up right now. I gotta do what I gotta do." Sometimes I wake up like super early and I feel like it's for significant reasons. Hi, Sven. How are you? So I kind of just like to take advantage of the morning and just like get myself mentally clear and ready and grounded for the day. You know, things feel really new. I don't know about you guys. Good morning. How are you? I feel like everything energetically has been really changing, for the better. It feels like the wheel is finally turning for a lot of us, energetically, okay? Because I feel like we're still waiting for some things to roll into our lives, but overall, I think that we are at this place of now receiving the energy, sitting in the energy, of this newness, of this grand perspective of life now is what I just heard. Grand perspective of life. So perspectives have changed. Therefore, your life is changing. So then, how are you doing today? I didn't see you yesterday. Yeah, I feel like everything is changing right now, which it feels really good. Tap the screen if y'all are here with me. I'll tap with you guys. But anyways, I'm going to wait for a few more people, but let me know if you guys have any questions down below of what you guys would like to get into. I know I'm so busy. That's a good thing. A little busy bee. Make sure you're taking some time out to rest for yourself though too, okay? It's good to be busy, but it's also good to rest. Everything's starting to get higher. Naturally. Naturally. You know, we're naturally stepping into a higher vibration is what it seems like, which is really nice. It's a very nice. I am too. I'm super excited for the future. I'm super excited for what is to come. And hey, purple. Yeah, I'm wearing purple today. I also have my pink tourmaline going on. I haven't worn this crystal in so long, but it's actually tourmaline. It's pink tourmaline, and I don't know. I was looking through all of my necklaces, and I was like, shit. You know what? I haven't worn this in a good minute. It's a beautiful stone. Crown chakra color. Yep. Purple is the vibe. Quite literally. Purple is the vibe. I'm here for the purple these days. You're wearing red today. Nice. Any specific reasons as to why you're wearing red? Or was it just something that you gravitated towards? Red's a good color. It's a good color to, I don't know, it always makes me feel like, I was going to say something different about it, because sometimes I feel like red could be a negative color, sometimes, okay? But I do feel like it definitely provides this confidence and this fiery aspect of you to kind of like step up, step out. I know when I wear red to the gym, so if you guys don't think about this, when I wear red to the gym, my workouts are crazy. So maybe utilize that. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that. Like, use the color theory even when it comes to what you wear when you go work out. Like, honestly, it makes a difference. Dead ass. I've tried this out. And it really makes a big difference. That's cool. Okay, so a lot of light brown, beige, monochromatic. I like that. Very subtle, very neutral, which means it's a very calming kind of energy. I really do like that stuff. I've been trying to buy more linens and wools and like natural, you know, clothing. My mother-in-law gave me this book called Worn. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit, maybe in some TikToks, but it basically just goes over the history of clothing. And like why they chose specific fabrics for different times, and how, you know, the fabrics that they have out these days are not good for your skin. They're not good for you. So linens and wools are like the best kind of fabrics that you could be utilizing for your body, but they're also very high vibrational, right? So this is so important. I think that like collectively, like this is something we need to be mindful of, is like the clothing that we're also wearing and how that also, it has an output of vibrational frequency. You know what I mean? We need to be intentional with everything. I really do think so. We have to be intentional with everything that we do, because there's intent in life. And when we're walking around with no intention, you know, where are we leading ourselves? You know what I mean? Yo, that's awesome. The purple definitely helped. Yes. See, the purple vibes are always a good thing. Yeah. I can't handle the itchiness either. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, the linen and the wool. Yeah, and even reading that book, like, it's given me even more confirmation on all of that. It's like, okay, I get it. I understand why they used it so often. Sorry, guys, I'm using this, like, new holder thing for my phone. But anyways, let's get into a collective. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me today. I said yesterday on my live, Shar, hello if you are here. I think I saw you earlier. All day long, plastic is not good for people. It is not. And so I was thinking about going through my closet and really picking out the things that I feel like are not good for my body. So I think that's essential. So I started buying more linen and wool. And there's a website called Cider that I really like. And not all their products are great, but they do. They're really big on sustainability. And they do have like a new selection of just linen and wools. And I just bought this really cute high-waisted pants that are linen. And they seriously are so breathable. They're so freaking nice. Like, just wear it. You'll feel a difference, honestly, too. Getting out of your head, being more in my heart and gut. Okay. Are you trying to get out of your head? The way that you get out of your head is by taking action. That's the only way. It's the only way. We switch the frequency by taking action on something. Because here's the thing. Like, if we think about tarot in the perspective of the sword family, okay? The elements of the swords. It's all stuck. It's mental. Okay, and the mental is what keeps us stuck in a low vibration. So when we are just constantly in our heads, your spirit man is saying take action on something, change the frequency. So whether that is you actually writing stuff out, or you actually putting efforts into some sort of project, like this is where we have to really be mindful and say, who is in charge? Us. We are. It's the matter of the mind, controlling our own devil in our mind, right? We always have this like light and dark aspect of us, and really the dark aspect of us is always kind of pushing us away from what we want. And that's the thing. It's like, really, we are always against ourselves, and I think we understand this. Like, as you do more spiritual healing for yourself, it's usually you that's constantly like, you can't do this, because really you are the one that's always against yourself. So how do you get out of your head? Well, you have to take action. That's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, you have to switch it up. You actually do need to move your body, do something different for yourself in order for you to really change your perspective, or for you to get out of this headspace, right? And whether that looks like a conversation too, like, do you need to let out these thoughts? Like, do you need to tell somebody that you're going through these things? Like, that's also a way to getting out of your head, right? Like, a lot of the things we just end up trapping ourselves in our minds, and what happens is now the body starts to get stressed out, so you start to get sick. Right? You're sending stresses to your body when you have negative thoughts, or you're in spirals. That's why people, like, literally, you could heal yourself by changing the thoughts that you have, because those thoughts have an outputs of emotions, and those emotions are what has those frequencies, right? That could change, whether they're high frequency or low frequency emotions, right? All emotions have a vibrational frequency. So really, you want to get out of your head, you have to take action. It's the only way. It's the only way. And that's why there's all elements. We need to have everything. We feel something, we think about something. Now, are we creating something? Or are we just allowing it to sit there? Trust your gut. If your gut is telling you to do something, don't let it stay up here, right? Your gut is your second brain. And this is why it's also important to really hone in on your gut health, okay? Because that's also a link. So if you have gut health issues, you're never going to really trust that gut instinct. So make sure you guys are also eating the right foods, okay, that is going to help you with your gut health issues, because that way things are a lot more clear. So yeah, no, it's very true. The moment I started working on my gut health, that's when I was really able to trust myself. And listen, we all have our downfalls from time to time, so be gracious with yourself. It's not like we're always going to be perfect and say, oh, I can always trust myself. But I know for a fact we hurt ourselves when we stay stuck in our minds. Always. We always hurt ourselves when we stay stuck in our minds, but we most definitely can get ourselves out of that. So just trust yourself, Sven, and just take initiation when you feel it. Remember that taking inspired action is what really helps. Like, it really helps you start to manifest what you want. And a lot of us are inspired, but we're just not taking action. And that's the biggest difference. It's like the universe knows what you want. It just needs to start seeing that you're actually putting effort into this thing, because the more energy you put into it, the more it becomes materialized, right? Everything that we see here is a thought before it is even manifested into the material world. So how, right? Everything's a thought first, but now it's initiation. You're welcome. Any questions, you guys? I'm not going to be taking any personal readings today, but I did want to do some collectives. But yesterday on my live, I was like, let me know if you guys come through with some questions for the cards today. So hopefully you guys were thinking about some questions for me, so we can get into some stuff this morning. So I would love to. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any questions. Let me know. Oh, hello. You guys ever see the movie The Medea? I don't know why I just said hello. Oh, what food do you recommend for gut health? Also, when do you do personal reading? So I do personal, like if you want to book a personal reading with me, I'm just not going to take any today, but I do have my Calendly open so you can book for another day outside of this, but I will be back on Friday. So I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll be back on Friday and I'll take personal readings that day. Okay. When it comes to gut health, I honestly have been prioritizing a lot of sauerkraut. Probiotics. Okay, probiotics, pickles, anything that's like pickled, okay? Like, so sauerkraut is really good for you. I've been eating that like every day. Also, sea moss. I've been taking that every day as well. Kombucha, yeah. Probiotics, baby. Probiotics is what is really gonna help that gut health, but also a lot of greens, right? I eat a lot of salad. I always make sure that I'm prioritizing nothing but like raw foods, and I have a little bit of the other stuff on the side, and that has really changed everything, even my skin. Okay, so when your gut health is good, your skin is clear. And I used to have really bad acne. Okay, like I would have weird breakouts all the freaking time. I had hormonal acne. I was breaking out on my neck, my chest, everywhere. And now since I really started healing my gut, it's like, it's amazing. Also drinking a lot of water. But when it comes to the gut health aspect of things, I really do think probiotics is what has really helped, and sea moss. And then just eating a lot more greens. And making sure that you're eating more of just a raw diet. Yeah, apple cider vinegar too, turmeric as well, cinnamon. I like to use a lot of cinnamon, turmeric. The first thing I do drink every morning is I'll do a shot of apple cider vinegar, and then I'll add a shit ton of turmeric in it with black pepper, a little bit of pinch of the Himalayan salt, and some cayenne pepper, and then a half a squeeze of a lime. Period. That literally, if you need something to keep you going, like moving and grooving in the morning, like not only will that give you some really good energy, but it also helps with inflammation. So if you are somebody that gets inflamed a lot throughout the day, start drinking that in the morning. It also gets your digestive system going. So if you also have that an issue in the morning, start doing that for yourself. Yeah. Okay, so I take a shot of apple cider vinegar, some turmeric. Okay, I forgot this. Apple cider vinegar, turmeric, ginger, black pepper, Himalayan salt, cayenne pepper, and a half a lime. And that's just some water. Make sure the water is lukewarm. You don't want cold water because cold water is not good for your digestive system. Always make sure that it is lukewarm, or drink hot water, like teas and all that stuff. If you are somebody that deals with a lot of inflammation, like just try not to drink so much cold water because it's like, it's not going to be good. Like that's the thing. When I stopped drinking so much cold water, I noticed a big difference too. Hey, from Mexico. Hey, how's it going? Are you having fun? Should I cut out dairy completely for inflammation? So here's the thing. I am someone that says you don't need to cut out everything. You need to limit. Have fun with your life. I fucking love cheese, okay? Am I gonna eat cheese every day? Absolutely not. And I'm not gonna have it throughout the whole day because it has a lot of high saturated fat, so you want to kind of minimize that. I would say have your one day throughout the week that you like have that one meal that's like, okay, this is like my cheat meal, okay? But I wouldn't say you need to cut it out completely because I feel like, I don't know, for me, I don't like when people say you need to cut things out of your life because I think it's about limitations. Like you should just limit the access to those things, okay? I'm very much the 80-20 rule when it comes to things. Like I have a healthy diet and then I also have things that I want just for the pleasures, okay? I'm a Taurus moon, so I like to eat my nice, luxurious, pleasurable things, okay? So yeah, I wouldn't say you need to cut it out completely, just cut like it 50% or something like that, right? And it's the same thing with meat. Just don't eat it every day. Don't eat it every day, and you don't need to eat it with every meal. It's not necessary. You know what I mean? Because that also has inflamed me. The moment that I stopped eating dairy, like every day with every meal, and then also with meat, like my stomach shrank, my face shrank, I was no longer inflamed. Like I used to deal with a lot of inflammation. That was like the biggest thing for me, and I hated being inflamed. It was the worst. I used to be super, I do have an Instagram. It's Joy's Muses. I was actually gonna link that, so thank you for that confirmation. So Spirit, you came through. Spirit sent you for a reason. That's so funny. So yeah, I was one of those girlies that was trying to have a fat ass with everyone else, but then I started focusing more on having a fat heart. So I was like always fucking in the gym, always eating so much protein. I always had freaking cheese. Like, when I tell you, I look so bloated around that time, but I literally did not lose weight, you guys. I was so frustrated. Did I have a lot of muscle? Was I looking bulk? Hell yeah. But I did not have the body that I was like I was really looking for. Like, it was tough, y'all. I was just stressing my body out by doing that. Like, it was being so stressed out. It's not necessary to do all that stuff. You can get protein from a lot of other things. And to be quite honest, I don't know. I'm kind of at this point where it's like, I don't even really... The desire to have that has gone away. You know, like I said, I focused on having a fat ass heart instead, and I was just like, this is a lot better, and I'm really happy with the body that I have. I am prioritizing more weights these days because I've lost a lot of weight. So now I'm trying to like tighten everything up. I've lost about 80 pounds so far, and so it's been like a really big journey for me, losing weight and, you know, gaining muscle. I've gained the weight back, I've lost it again. I've gone through the whole situation, and the easiest thing that has worked for me is just eating mostly a raw food diet, like, and prioritizing a lot of greens. And honestly, you start to feel so good that that's all you really want to eat. Like, my fiance's 25, he's young, but he had a diet of just cheeseburgers and pizza. And we both got our blood work done recently, and his blood work was not good. Like, his doctor was like, you need to change this because you have such high cholesterol and saturated fats. And I told him, I was like, you know what? My father passed away for specific reasons. I'm not going to let you do this. You're way too young to have all these things, but it's like you have to prioritize those good things. And now that he eats the way that I do, he's like, oh, I feel so good. Like, I don't know why I was eating all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm telling you, like, when you do switch it up, your frequency heightens because you're putting in like that natural, like, good food for you. Have those nutrients that you need. So prioritize those things, right? And so also get blood work if you guys need to get that shit done, because that also helped me understand like where I'm at. But my blood work was good. But I've been, you know, I've been on it for a while. So just FYI, man, like, it's really about your health. And if, you know, your health is a part of you trusting your instincts and stuff. It's really part of the, you know, the spiritual aspect of things. Your body is your temple, and you are what you eat. You know what I mean? Prioritize yourself. Absolutely. So anyways, sorry guys, that was like long-winded. Amanda, I didn't see you though. How's Mexico? You said had so much fun. I got sunburned though. Oh no! Make sure you're putting on that sunscreen, girl. Can I put my website? It's Snipfeed. Sorry, it's actually Linktree. Give me a second, guys. I apologize, y'all. I'm pretty sure it's just Linktree / Enjoy the Light. I'm forgetting right now. You know when okay, so you know when you go get physicals? Like, do you have a primary doctor? Because anywhere you go get your physicals, you can ask, like, where can I go get blood work? Usually they do it either at the same place or there'll be a place that they work with that does it. So it's like, just go to your primary doctor or where you go get physicals and ask them, like, where can I get blood work done? Or call them. So it's really important. You know, I really wanted to take care of my health, like, to the fullest extent this year. And, you know, same thing with, like, my fiance, because high cholesterol, like, runs in his family and, like, heart problems and stuff like that. And my father passed away from, like, heart problems, and I told him, I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, we got to make sure that we're, like, on point. Thank you so much for doing that, because I was like, we gotta make sure we're both really healthy. And, you know, my fiance ate like a little kid. He was just like eating burgers and hamburgers and, you know, pizza all the time. It was not a vibe. Thank you so much for the gift. Also, your cardio will send you for... Thank you for the reading yesterday. Exactly what... Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad. Yeah, the readings yesterday were awesome. Like, my personals were really good. Here on TikTok were awesome. I've been enjoying my time. Just a pleasure to be here with you guys today. But let's get into it. Let me know if you guys have questions. I was going to give you guys, the floor is yours. But I'm going to start linking my Instagram, okay, guys? Because I do want to start building my account on there, too. And Joy's got a lot of fun things coming up, and I'm really excited to just open up a brand new door for Joy. And hopefully for you guys, too. Because things are pretty crystal clear. Oh, I wanted to talk about self-concept. Do you guys know about self-concept? Oh no, Samantha, I'm happy that you are here. Do you guys know about self-concept? Oh, you guys want to get into love? We most definitely can. Samantha, I'm really glad that you're here. Self-awareness? No, not quite. So, self-concept is understanding the concept of you. Like, who are you? What do you do? How do you do it? Right? Having an understanding of a self-concept. Yes, Joe Dispenza, 1000%. When you have a self-concept, it's pretty crystal clear what you need to cut out of your life and what you need to implement. Because you know what version of yourself you're trying to implement. So when you have a self-concept, you write it down. You're like, I am this person. I hang out with this kinds of people. I do this kind of work. You know what I mean? So you have some sort of, and you know, once again, that is some sort of self-awareness because you know who you are. But I think it's important that we start creating a self-concept. A lot of my clients, I'm bringing this up because I've seen a reoccurring theme with a lot of my clients recently who have been getting readings from me, and they're just confused on what they're gonna do. They have ideas, but they're like, I don't know if this is... Listen, it's about having a self-concept first. When you have a self-concept, it's pretty easy to now put a plan together for yourself. So if you don't have a self-concept and you're kind of just like lollygagging around, not really sure what to do, then I would definitely recommend getting a self-concept first. Then you can start implementing goals in your life, because if you're just kind of doing things at random, it's going to be really hard for you to achieve what you want. So having that self-concept is so freaking important, and it's essential for this next timeline. So I just wanted to talk about this because that's kind of been on my mind. And once again, as I said, it's just a reoccurring thing that I keep seeing with my clients, that, you know, they want to create a new life, but they're not sure what they are and who they are. And that's kind of hard to build on that when there's no foundation, you know? And so the last thing we want to do is keep fumbling and, you know, trying these things, and it's really not aligning with our goals and aspirations. So when we have a self-concept, it is so crystal clear what we need to do. Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's important that, you know, if you don't have that self-concept, try to really think about that today. Ask yourself and really try to visualize like who you are in the long run, okay? Who are you in the next 3 years? What are you doing within the next year, right? Like, let's really think about the future here, and what would really make you proud within the next year? What is it that you are doing that would make you so proud of yourself? That's a self-concept, because you understand what that is, right? Yeah. So very unsure. And listen, that's okay, because you're at this place to be creating something for yourself. But that's the thing about life. It's about creating a version of ourselves. It's not about finding it, it's creating it. And so that's like the best aspect of things. Like, it's the thing that people don't understand. It's like we have to learn how to be creative. And we're creative with just even ourselves. It's not just in artistic ways. We are constantly creating something. So now we need to create a self-concept. Yeah, and when we're done with that self-concept, we create a new self-concept. You know, and Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this. He's like, one of the biggest signs is that when you're done and you're not excited about what you're doing anymore, that's just a big sign for you to just start creating more. There are no limitations. It's good to change, and it's good to change your self-concept. It's good to constantly be reinventing yourself, because that is how you keep leveling up and growing, right? Yeah. So self-concept is important. And once again, yeah, Dr. Joe Dispenza does talk about this quite often. But it's something that just needs to, I think, be more talked about. I was going to make a video about this. But anyways, any questions, guys? Love any specific questions for the universe? No, for collective. Will we reach peace? Absolutely. You're always so creative with you, look different every day from the canvas. Oh, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. I threw this on this morning. I want to get more creative with my looks. I love fashion so fucking much. It's a driving impulse, man. Like, I'm so admired. Like, that's why I really like that book Worn that I got, because I love the insights of like how it all started. Clothing, you know, where it all started is so cool. Anything about moving to a new city or house, apartment? All right, we can see. Will I get to travel with my career? Let's see. What's the meaning of ladybugs? They represent not only protection but good luck and prosperity. Good fortune. So anytime you see a ladybug, just know that that's a really good sign. I used to have like 4 ladybugs that were living in my kitchen. It was so cute. But let's go and see. Char, we most definitely will reach peace. But once again, we have to create that peace. We create everything, guys. We create everything. So it's important that we do things that help us stay at peace. We engage with people who bring us peace. You know, so if there's something that does not give you peace, stop doing it. Stop engaging with it. You know, don't give it your attention. Don't feed into it, right? No, I'm not going to do signs. I'm just going to do overall. But let's go ahead and see, guys. Let's talk about career for a second, and then we can get into some love. Someone asked if, you know, maybe a move was also asked, a move. I'm gonna use my Thoth Tarot today, guys. This is a pink tourmaline. But what if it's our family that makes us not feel peaceful? Okay, here's the thing with family. Here's the thing with healing in general. We stop taking things personally. I think one of the biggest things is like, it all starts at home. Okay, and if we cannot manage the family relationships, it's going to be really hard to manage everything outside of you. Please don't take this personally, but it always starts at home. And this is why, like, if you are healing, make sure you're healing those family relationships, because that is so heavily rooted in your childlike innocence. Like that is what really you have to heal, is that inner child of yours that has been traumatized in the past. So if that's a lot of your family members, heal those relationships first. If they trigger you that way, just understand, like if you are in that healing process, then you won't take things personally. You'll understand that people project, right? You'll understand that they are just a reflection of what's going on too. You start to have compassion for these people instead of being frustrated. Now, when they do start to do things, you are more than welcome to walk away from the situation and say, you know what, I don't think we're really agreeing on this right now, but you can go do your thing and I'm gonna go do my thing too. Go ahead and find peace again, right? But it's really, the goal is how we react to these things. I mean, that really is like, I can tell someone is healed by how they react to things. Okay, I could see it. And so that is the biggest thing here for me. That was my family too. My family were my biggest struggle. But the moment that you really try to prioritize these things, you start to heal a lot of other relationships in your life too. Things start to get a lot easier for you. That's definitely something I have to work on, not taking things personally. Yeah, that is one of the biggest things to work on. Don't take offense. Don't make assumptions too. Assuming things is going to hinder your growth as well. Don't assume that people have good intentions. Don't assume that they're going to react the way that you want them to. Have zero expectations for other people, but have good and great expectations for yourself. You want to hold yourself to a standard because you are worthy, right? You have, your feelings are valid. It's not that they're not valid, right? But at the same time, do you expect people to understand your feelings? Because if you do expect people to understand your feelings, you're always going to take something personally. Do you get what I'm saying? You drop the expectation. You literally go into a conversation saying, I expect nothing from you, but what I do expect from myself is just to react accordingly. Like, honestly, you know what this is? Think of it this way. Say you want to DM some hot guy, right? You're like, well, I'm hoping for it. Like, well, let's just see. Let's take the shot. But like, just say, you know, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Whatever. I drop the expectations. I'm not going to allow it to bother me if he doesn't text me back. You just drop it. You know, it's one of those situations that you just have to learn how to release and let go. And how do we learn how to release and let go? We stay in our own frame. It's called framework. The more that we extend our energy and we're telling something that, hey, I want you to respond to me. Hey, like, and it's those thoughts. Where are your thoughts going? Are you extending your energy to someone else, or are you keeping them into yourself? Prioritize your work, what you are doing. This is why staying busy and staying active is so freaking important. When people are just sitting around, their mind wanders a lot. We have to do something with that. Right? We have to change the energy and the frequency. So it's about not extending so much energy. We're constantly giving energy out and out and out. So when we are so heavily ruminating on a situation and really thinking about someone, we are actually telling them not to come towards us, because now we're sending out a needy energy. So now they don't want to come towards us. So that's it. When you drop shit and you stop caring about something, you are so magnetic. It's about, I don't give a fuck. Quite literally. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm dropping it. It is what it is. You will be magnetic when you stay in your own frame. Guaranteed. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for the roses. So yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. Don't take it personally. Everyone has their own personality, right? And so do you. Right? And like, not everyone's gonna like what you have to say, but just because they don't like what you have to say doesn't mean that what you're saying doesn't hold value. You get what I'm saying? So it's huge. It's important to understand that, right? It's always important to just have, like, once again, let's talk about the self-concept. You know who you are, and you know your value. So there's no way somebody else could diminish that for you. Even if they do say their opinion, because for you, their opinion doesn't matter. I don't care what you have to say. That's literally your projection and your thoughts of me. That's not what I believe about myself. Therefore, you know, they're not changing your frequency. You can't allow people to make you believe something about yourself. You are the one that has to believe you have the value. And a lot of people are going to be assholes because God gave us free will to be who we want to be, to do what we want to do. So allow people to be assholes, but you don't have to be the asshole back. You could also have awareness and understanding of why people react the way that they do. Because a good person with a good heart is not going to diminish you. Right? They're not going to diminish you. I know there's a few topics on the list already, but can we also talk about self-forgiveness? Absolutely. How do you forgive yourself? This is also one of those things, like, you don't hold on to those attachments. You know, it's really about detaching yourself from situations that you did in the past. And, you know, those situations that make you, like, cringe, right? You, like, look back and you're like, why the fuck did I do that? Here's how you forgive yourself. Look at the growth that you've already made. And ask yourself, if you were the person you are today in your past, would you have made that mistake? No. So look, there's growth here. And the fact that you're even going backwards and you're saying, why did I do that? Your mindset has already changed. So you know that there's been growth between then and now. So what you need to hold on to is, wow, I've grown. Wow, I've changed. Wow, I'm so happy that I'm never going to make that mistake again. I'm so happy that I'm never going to allow that person in my life again. Because now there's awareness. And so that is, like, literally the best way that you can forgive yourself. Because sometimes in the past we react to things because we don't know what we're doing. We don't have that self-awareness. We don't have that knowledge like we did now. So of course we reacted stupidly. Or of course we accepted love that we thought we deserved. Right? And so when you can look back at this and you have this awareness now and you're like, damn, why did I do that? Well, there's growth, baby. You know why you did it. You didn't love yourself. You were angry. You had hatred. You were bitter. So you can forgive yourself now and say, well, I've grown. I'm not going to do this again. There's a difference because you know how it hurts you now in this timeline, right? So it's really important that we focus on the growth aspect. What did that teach me? What was the lesson? Because there's always lessons, and we always do stupid shit in the past. That's us making mistakes. We stumble, we fall, but we get back up again, and we're like, maybe I won't trip over that again. I'll look on the floor, make sure that everything's crystal clear before I walk, right? It's one of those situations. And so just the fact that you know you need to forgive yourself just tells me that you've already grown. Because that version in the past was probably like, could never, always had self-doubt, never could forgive themselves, right? But the fact that you want to just tells me that you have grown a lot. They are intense. They react quickly, absolutely. And guess what? That is okay. That's okay. Still forgive yourself, though. Listen, we are constantly learning. And we need to be gracious. We need to have grace with ourselves and say, you know what, damn it, I reacted the wrong way. But catch yourself. It's okay if you make mistakes. We make mistakes all the time. And sometimes we're going to react still till this day and be like, shit, what the fuck was that? That was not it. Right? And when the emotions are running high, take a breather. Do some breath work. Do a nice little stretch, move the energy around. When the emotions are really like going all over the place, it's a really good time for you to just self-reflect and just like sit down and get yourself really calm, get yourself in a nice peaceful state so that you're not reacting in a way that's gonna hurt you later or hurt others, right? But be gracious. Yeah, I'm here for it too. I know we wanted to talk about some love, some moves as well, guys, but yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it a little bit more. Kat, how are you, girl? I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Thanks for being here with me. All right, let's go ahead and see. All right, let's start off with some career. Because I think that's on everyone's mind. What's going on for career for the collective? Who is here with me? Who is leveling up? Who is doing their damn thing? Who is living their best life? What's going on in career for them? What is going on in career for the collective? We're going to pull an oracle card first. That is so funny! Dude, the card says forgiveness. No way! We were just talking about this. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yo, Spirit said, nope, don't worry about that. Listen, I know for a lot of you here, this is about what you used to do in the past. Like, this is about the I settled for less at work. This is about the I thought I needed to go back, you know, honestly. And also this is the why didn't I do this right away? Why didn't I do this right away? I could have been here. I could have been there in my career. No, you are exactly where you need to be. Spirit says, do not worry too. At the bottom of the card, we have literally worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, and it most definitely doesn't. What it does is it starts creating more things to worry about, more problems in your life. And listen, your problems are solved. They're already solved, okay? One thing I do every morning now is I say that. I say, thank you for solving all the problems that I don't even see today. They're already done. Why worry about it? Let those things worry themselves, right? Like, there's no need to. So really forgive yourselves. Do not think of this as a, I should have been there already. Your timeline is different. Everyone's timeline is different. And your success story doesn't have a limitation and it doesn't have an age, okay? So I just want you guys to know right now that you are exactly where you need to be. And what I'm seeing here is that you guys are really releasing those blockages and now turning into self-awareness, more love for yourself. Now you can forgive those things in the past. But one thing I just want to make sure of, guys, you didn't make any mistakes, okay? These were all learning curves. They needed to happen, all right? Yeah, you don't need to. You have to trust yourself. Always. But in the past, you guys didn't do that, and that's okay. I understand. There needed to be spiritual awareness, yes. And I also think that Spirit has people seasoned up for a little bit of things, right? Everyone's got their own story. And sometimes Spirit needs people to be seasoned a little bit more. Like, sit there and marinate for a little bit, because when you get cooked, it's going to be fucking delicious. But, like, just settle, right? Like, sometimes it needs to be that way. And, you know, for you, you might be wanting to, like, speed up the process of being marinated. But the more that you do that, you come out rare. And you come out in a way that's, like, not as tasteful. Maybe not even to yourself or to others, right? You got that, Simmer. Yes, exactly. Well, let's go to see what more about forgiveness, please, for the collective when it comes to career. How funny is it that we got forgiveness after we were like just talking about that? And here we are. Prince of Discs. Some of you guys could have earth energy. This card really talks about the birthing of something new. Okay, the Princess of Discs. She is quite literally pregnant. This is the yin and yang, understanding that you have everything within you to make everything possible. And for you, some of you guys are starting out on a new career or a new path, or this is the invention of something that is now going to be birthed into your reality. Okay, so I want you guys to hold on to this energy because she is really looking at everything right now. Being very observant as well. Observant. Can you tell me more about this Princess of Discs? Why is observant the biggest word that's coming through right now? Observant. Are you guys having a hard time being observant or what? Can you show me about the Princess of Discs, please? What is this that they're doing? Collaborations? Is this collaborations? We have the 10 of Wands. Some of you guys are going to be dropping loads so that you can actually prioritize this. I'm seeing that for some of you, this is quite literally like letting go of other responsibilities that you had so that you can prioritize something. So some of you guys might need to drop something, right? The 10 of Wands, you don't want to do too much. Because then that takes energy away from you actually prioritizing the things that you do want to manifest. So if you guys do need to take some time out to really figure out what has been weighing you, what are these options, what is not aligning with you, take the time out to drop something from your routine, from your daily routine, or from whatever it is that you guys are doing here. Because that Prince of Discs needs to prioritize this new thing, okay? So whatever this 10 of Wands is that needs to be dropped, whatever that is restricting you from having this energy, because this 10 of Wands is Saturn, Okay, Saturn in Sagittarius, which means this restricts your freedom. Yeah? This restricts your freedom. So we need to free up space so that you guys have energy. So what are you guys doing that you could drop so that you could prioritize your career? Can you show me, please, what they need to drop? What is this? Some of you guys have already dropped this, okay? But is there anything that they need to drop specifically for the collective who is here with me, please? I love that. Looking forward to starting this new job. Congratulations on the new job. What do they need to drop, please? What do they need to drop? Maybe it's a lot of stuff. I'm like, come out already. We have the death card coming through. An old version of yourself, the ego. Pluto. Some of you guys could have Scorpio placements. Can you show me about this death card though? Because this is a major. We have the Ace of Swords. Five of Cups. Listen, some of you guys quite literally just need to let an old version of yourselves go. There's something that you guys keep doing that's redundant, and maybe this is something that you have already dropped, okay? So take this how it resonates for you. The Death card represents a new cycle, an ending of something and a starting of something, okay? And let the old version of you go, because right now, Spirit is saying if you continue on with this old version of yourself, you're going to continue to hit disappointments. You're not going to be happy with the results. And I feel like it's become pretty crystal clear about what needs to be dropped, guys. And you've got this new version of yourself that wants to come through. So allow it to be expressed. Allow it to be open, okay? So what needs to be transformed? Maybe your ego a little bit. Because why is your ego holding on to an old version of yourself? Was it comfortable? Was it comfortable? Because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be comfortable anymore. Because the energy is saying you need a shift, right? And I do think that for some of you, this is quite literally dropping these old responsibilities that maybe there was some sort of, project that you wanted to do as to which maybe you're not feeling it anymore. If you're not feeling it anymore, don't do it. Okay, go ahead and start implementing these new ideas because it's definitely crystal clear right now, guys. And I know that you guys will actually receive better when you do this, okay? Let's get a little bit more about this, though. Can you show me what's happening in their near future, please? We have the Two of Cups. See, now this is that new idea. Right? Okay, the Two of Cups represents partnership, connection. And once again, it's like with that Pluto influence and a rebirth and a cycle happening here, you are now going to be developing this love for this new project, okay? Perhaps you could even be, collaborating with someone, but I really do feel like this is just this inspiration to keep going and choosing this connection now and not choosing those disappointments because this is what it's run dry. We want to keep the energy flowing, and I feel like you guys are passionate about something else, and so go after that. Allow that old version of you to die. Let it be gone, okay? The system is changing for you, meaning your inner system, your inner guidance, your impulse is changing, okay? And so you guys have to honor that at this time. If you love something differently, go after it, okay? I want to see what this is, though. Venus in Cancer. What is their advice? It's hard for you guys to let this go, though. Why? There's heavy attachments to this death card. Because in the near future, you guys to have this Two of Cups, but for some reason this advice is Three of Swords. It's like you guys are having a hard time letting this go. I'm wondering if this is like a job, Or once again, this is something that you may have already started, and it's just, you need to drop it in order to start this new project. In order for you to even... Oh. So I don't know if this is going to resonate for everyone, but are you guys tricking yourselves? I just heard really try to just listen to yourselves right now. There's a lot of information on the internet currently, and I get it. I understand there's a method to the madness, even at work. But listen, don't trick yourselves. You don't want to try to become successful like everybody else. You know, this era that we're stepping into, it's an authentic era, right? It needs to be authentically you. It needs to come straight from you. Really try to prioritize where God is like setting your mindset and where he's setting your energy right now, because that's really what's going to help you create everything that you want. Okay. Once again, it's the birthing. I have everything in my hands. I have all the resources. This Princess of Discs has it. Don't hold on to the other concepts about yourself, though, because I feel like there's a clinging on. And maybe this is just like, I need to cling on to how I always used to do things because it did work prior. But I'm telling you, there's roadblocks now for a reason. Because Spirit is asking you to move differently so you can receive different. Yeah? So let's go ahead and see what these hopes and fears are right now. Can you show me, please? And also, I really do think that this Three of Swords is also the forgiveness. Why the fuck did I do this? I have just been doing everything wrong. You know, this is like the negative thoughts. This is just the, your mind going to the, sorry, I'm like, my mind is all over the place right now. This is about your mindset just going straight to the failure before it even begins. Okay, and it's because of that old concept of yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Okay, so forgive yourself for not taking initiation when you should have possibly in the past. This is a different time though. Drop any of that other responsibility that's taking you away from this new connection that you have within your career. So you guys are building something new. Can you show me, please, final result? Things are going to be settled soon, guys. Some of you guys need to be reassured that things will be settling very soon. We have the Ace of Cups. Princess of Swords. I like these energies together because guess what? We have sword and we have water, which usually would conflict, right? But in this aspect, since we have this Ace of Swords, we have the Two of Cups, you're going to be honoring yourself. This is, I have things that need to be expressed and I'm going to put them out there. Okay, for some of you, this is like leadership at work, or this is like the new project once again. You have a newfound love for something and it needs to come out now. Right? It needs to come out. This Princess of Swords, there's like so much ideas, so much that needs to be integrated, to which now is being put into action. Okay, so this is new. It's brand new. You're still learning about it, but there's so much passion here that there's great rewards when you do take initiation. You get me? So what needs to be dropped, you guys? What is this Ten of Wands that's taking you away from everything else that this Princess of Discs wants to do? Because something needs to be dropped here. Okay, and once again, this could just be the self-concept. What are you clinging on to from your past that's just continuously disappointing yourself? But please forgive yourself for not moving or taking action when you should have. Okay, any other advice for the collective here? Let me know if this is resonating with you guys at all in the comments down below. And you know, this card is Air to Earth. So it's something I didn't mention either. This card is an Air to Earth. So this is a Thoth tarot deck. So all of them have their specific elements, but air to earth, which means ideas now being materialized. Period. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about here. It's just like everything that you want and you desire, you feel passionate about, you're ultimately bringing in a lot of new success into your life, fulfillment, love, okay? This thing is going to literally light yourself up, and you know it, you want it, you feel it. It's about really honoring those emotions, though, and taking care of yourself. And now we have a Prince of Wands. Once again, initiation, action, inspiration. This is that inspired action, you guys. Fiery aspects of you, courage, leadership, yeah? Look at that fucking lion. Like, really, trailblazing. There's a lot of movement in this card. You guys see it? Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to put it out there. Please do not lose this impulse right now. The collective is in such a high energy that like this is the best time to manifest. This is the best time to take initiation right now. Please just keep going. It doesn't matter what it looks like in the beginning. Guaranteed something's gonna blow up for you. Okay? But it's all about your energy and what you are extending out and where you guys are, you know, prioritizing your energy, because it's priority. What are you making a priority, man? And maybe that's something that needs to be let go of. It's like, are you making friends a priority? Are you making, you know, your boyfriend a priority, your family? Like, what is it? What are you prioritizing right now? I hope you're prioritizing yourself. This is a career reading. I hope you're prioritizing your wealth, your health, all that good shit. I hope that you guys are prioritizing that, because the more you guys prioritize yourselves, the more you can help other people. Yeah? What's the point of helping other people when we don't have enough energy for ourselves? This is so important, you guys. Okay? And for a lot of you, I know you guys are going down like a spiritual path. I really do think life is just all spiritual. So everything that we do needs to be spiritual. If you understand that you are pure spirit, it's always spiritual. Doesn't matter what you do with career. There's a spiritual impulse in everything that we do, guys, okay? I want to go ahead and get some Moonology. See what's going on in career. Can you please show me what's going on in career for the collective here from these Moonology cards? Is today a new moon? Or am I tripping? I haven't been paying attention, guys. I'm not going to lie. I know we had a new moon. I forget if it was today, tomorrow. Let me know. Yeah? Okay. I was like feeling it. I'm like, I know there's something going on. Okay. Taurus new moon. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Let's go ahead and see what the moon cycles have for y'all today. All right. So what is going on? Great day to manifest, honestly. You know what? Can I just say something really quick, though? Please do not prioritize always waiting for, you know, these moon cycles to manifest. When you feel good, high vibe, manifest. Okay? When you are feeling low, when you're feeling down, get yourself back to a nice high vibe. Don't manifest in those energies, though. But whenever you're feeling on top and you're feeling good, go ahead and manifest. It's about your vibe. It's about your energy, okay? So if you're feeling really hot today, go ahead and do what you gotta do, right? Set those intentions. Start scripting your life. Start putting up that vision board. Do whatever you guys gotta do to get yourself aligned and to get you super connected to that new self-concept that you have about yourself, yeah? Well, let's go ahead and get a Moonology card here. Yes. I love that, Ashley. Yes, she said I did that outside this morning. I love that. Yeah, connect to nature, y'all. That's so beautiful. You are nature, so it's like do whatever it is that you can to really connect to that aspect of yourself, because everything outside of there is also you, right? So let's go ahead and see. Yes, I love that. What card for the collective today? Ooh. Hold up. Hold up. Give me a second, guys. These all fell on the floor. Also, while I'm putting this together, this is really random, but could somebody recommend me a straightener? Because I have a straightener and I hate it. And it's just like, it does not like flatten it the way that I want it to. So any of my girlies down there, can you please let me know what I need to do? All right, well, let's go ahead and see. Let's actually pull a card this time. Sorry, guys. Okay, messy, messy, messy. Let me know, ladies, if you got any suggestions. I really need help. My straightener still leaves my hair kind of poofy, and I'm just like, I'm over it at this point. I'm trying to level up. At 30 years old, I don't blow out my hair. I don't use any shit to my hair, and I'm really trying to like manage that these days. I have no idea. Okay, let me know if anyone does. Dyson, but never tried. Okay, I'll look it up. I love my Chi. I've heard a lot of good things about Chi. Maybe I'll look that up. I've heard a lot of good things. Silk press, okay. I just got a silk bonnet, so we'll see how that works out. Hopefully it works. I have frizzy ass hair. Alright, Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? When it comes to the moon cycles, when it connects to their career, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? Yes! Period! Okay, so look, we got a win-win forecast. Outcome, okay, a win-win. A win-win outcome is forecast full moon in Libra. Full moon in Libra. What does this tell me? Things are starting to balance out for you, okay? They are starting to become balanced in your life. Your energy could be balanced. Spirit is saying it's a win-win. No matter how it looked before, no matter how it's going to look. And guess what? We have a new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. New moon, new manifestations, right? New intentions, yes? And I said this, please, guys, stay connected to this. Keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the effort. Once again, we are in Saturn's year. So the more effort you put into something, the more you will be rewarded, okay? I know that we've been feeling restricted. I know that there's been a lot of limitations and a lot of things hindering our growth. But let me tell you, that was so necessary for us to slow the fuck down and to figure out, what are we doing? How are we doing this? What does this look like? You know, Spirit kind of pauses us for a moment so that we can really reflect on a situation and say, stop utilizing your energy all over the place. Focus your energy here. And I think for a lot of us, like, that was what was really happening in the collective. So if there has been limitations or if there has been, you know, roadblocks, it was just to slow us down, okay? You said the L'Oreal Steam Pod. I'll look that up, Kat. But you guys, your hard work is paying off, so don't stop, yeah? Some of you guys could have heavy Capricorn placements, but this is all about the 10th house, your career, your public life, period, yeah? So this is awesome. And I really do think, too, maybe with this win-win forecast, I'm wondering, I kind of want to get a little bit more about that, because I want to see, I mean, kind of know, but I also want to see if this is about something else. Can you show me more about this full moon in Libra, please? A win-win outcome. Maybe for some of you, you guys need to, okay, so here's actually what I'm getting. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said, you guys have a few options, right? And you're like, which one is going to make me more successful? It doesn't matter. Spirit is saying, it's just about your hard work and your efforts. You can honestly make anything successful, yeah? For some of you, this is quite literally like, what is it? Is this going to make me successful if I do that? You know, Spirit's saying it's a win-win. It doesn't matter. It's about the work that you put in. It's about the effort. Hi, Victoria. Yeah. So that's really what it is, guys. Now, let's weigh out the options here. What are you really desiring to do? Or is there something that somebody told you to do because it'll make you successful? Please think about this for a moment. Because I think a lot of the collective, once again, there's a lot of information out there. And a lot of people are telling you, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that. Honestly, I want you guys to just focus on what your heart is telling you to do, because you being the most authentic version of yourself is what's going to bring in the clientele. It's what's going to really change your life. It's going to make you level up as a manager at work or get that promotion, right? So make sure that you guys are always trusting yourselves right now. But Spirit is saying it doesn't matter what the fuck you choose. Anything is possible. It is a win-win. So do it. Okay? Don't worry about the outcome. Okay? Yeah, step out of your comfort zone right now, too. This was at the bottom of the deck. Step out of your comfort zone. This is your North Node. This is your soul destiny, what you are meant to do here. Okay, so let's step out of the South Node. That is what we are destined to release, what we need to let go of, what we need to learn from, so that we can step up and actually be the version of ourselves that we're supposed to be, right? That North Node is what really tells you your soul purpose, why you're here, what is your impulse, what is your deep desire, and what are you here to help with in society, basically, right? Within the collective. And so for some of you, You need to really start focusing on your North Node placement. You really need to start looking through those things and really start honoring that aspect. And the thing about this is that a lot of people are already doing it. You guys question yourselves a lot. Every time I do a birth chart reading, everyone is already doing what they're supposed to be doing. Or like the desire to do that thing is their North Node. You know what I mean? But it's just about like, I don't trust myself, or once again, there's a lot of information out there, so I'm feeling like maybe if I do that, I'll be successful, right? No, trust yourself. Your North Node tells you exactly where you should be going, what you should be doing. Don't question yourself. Trust yourself. Ground yourself. When you have that self-concept, you don't question yourself. This is why it's so important to have a self-concept, you guys. Because when you know who you are and what you're supposed to do, you're not questioning your actions, where you're going, right? It's all lined up. It makes sense for you. So if you have that self-concept and you're aware of this North Node and what you're supposed to do, then you're not going to be going back and forth in your mind if you should do this or you should do that, right? I understand you guys have other desires, but Spirit also is saying like we do need to focus on these one things, right? We don't want to be extending our energy into so many different places, because then we're giving 30%, we're giving 50%, we're giving 20% to something. We need to put in a full 100% into something. Okay, and a lot of you, it's really about stepping into your soul purpose. But if you guys don't have that self-concept, it's always you're gonna be confused about it. You're gonna be confused about yourself. Thank you so much. And I don't want you guys to be confused, and I know you guys don't want to be confused either. And Spirit definitely did not give us the energy of confusion. It should be clarity. It should be crystal clear. And what makes that murky and cloudy is other people's perceptions and opinions. You know, I always had this idea about myself my whole life, but people were constantly saying, but you would be good at this. But I see you doing this, right? Well, what do you see yourself doing that? It's so important, because honestly, we constantly have people saying, well, you'd be so good at this. I really think you should do this. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe I could be doing that, but is that something that I truly desire to do? No. Then don't do it. And just because somebody told you you would be good at that does not mean that you have to do it. I'm sure you guys would be good at a lot of things because I know you're talented. Because I know that if you guys put in the effort for something, you could fucking do it. But that doesn't mean you have to do it. You know, like focus on the thing that you really want to do, right? Do a lot of things, you know? And that's awesome. I know you guys are so multi-talented, and that's also confusing. I know. I get it. I get it. It's confusing when you are so talented at a lot of different things. And there's a lot of deep desires, right? You love this, you love that, you have a desire for this and that. And it comes down to this: career and hobby. What is your career? What is your hobby? A lot of those things that you love and have deep desires for usually are hobby. That's something that you create on the side that makes you happy. It keeps you in a really good high vibe. But now we need to differentiate the two. We have to choose one. Then we can start building more when we're done creating that one career. That's why I really love the self-concept idea. What Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about is like, once you're done creating, create more. Don't stop there. Now you have the next level. You can keep going up and up and up and up. It never stops. Your growth will never stop. It should continue to be exponential. You should be continuing to keep going up and setting yourself new levels of growth. And this is why I say don't limit yourself. You know, you don't have to just do that one thing, but choose that one thing right now so that you can energetically put everything that you can into that. And then we start leveling up. We go and we go and we go. And we start saying, damn, I can really do all this shit, right? But it starts somewhere. It starts with that one thing, okay? So for a lot of you, please, like, understand your self-concept so that when you are putting energy into something, it is so crystal clear. And once again, choose the path that you felt like wholeheartedly to go into right now. Listen to it, because Spirit's saying it's a win-win, baby. And even later on in your lifetime, I know you guys will do more. Guaranteed. because you're going to change. So your desires are going to be different. And that's a good thing. Yeah. We need to see it. I would love to see it. I love the evolution of people. And there's one thing that's guaranteed, and that's change. Always. Energy's never the same. And that's why when you do try to stay the same, you hurt yourself. Because energetically, you're moving on. And you try to do the same thing over and over again. And it's just, you hit a roadblock by doing that for yourself. Yeah, I need to figure myself out. Take some time out to really think. Like, what is your true deep desire? What did you see yourself doing as a child? A lot of the time, like, go back to the past, man. Reviewing the past is so freaking important. Thank you guys so much for sharing the live, liking the live. Amanda, how are you? It is so freaking important to go back to the past and say, what did that version of myself really love to do? Try to, like, build off of that. Yeah, but a lot of us get always lost because there's so many other ideas being thrown at us. There's so many like methods to the madness of life, and we're just trying to catch up with everything. And it's like, really catch up with yourself. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm lost. I don't even know who I am anymore. Yeah, it's because there's been so many self-concepts outside of you that are saying you got to do this, you got to be this. And now you're like, well, what the fuck? I don't even feel safe in my own body. You guys get what I'm saying? It's like me trying to have a fat ass a while ago. When in all reality, that lifestyle was not good for my body. I was stressing my body out, quite literally. Okay? My body does not need that kind of working out. It's not good for me, right? But I saw it so often and I was like, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this. And it hurt me, right? You have these ideas in your mind, you see it everywhere, and you see that maybe, well, if they have success doing so, then I'm going to do it too. But in all reality, I didn't change much of my body. I maybe gained some muscle mass, but like my stomach was still bloated. I was not losing weight. I had more acne. I was stressing myself out, right? Mentally, I was not doing well. I was constantly freaking in the gym, meaning I was not happy. I was not prioritizing other things, right? So it is so important that we don't allow other people to make us feel like we gotta be some sort of way in order for us to look a good, like a nice way, you know. Be yourself. Be so authentically you. Your body, everything, your soul, your mind, it desires different things. Therefore, you have to go after those things. You guys get what I'm saying? I hope this is helping. I'm not doing any personal readings, guys. What do I do if I can't remember my child self wanted back then? Do some deep journaling. Do some deep journaling. Okay, and I want you to ask yourself some questions. And actually sit in a meditation too and try to visualize yourself once again. And try to visualize yourself doing the things that you used to do, like the hobbies. Or what kind of shows did you watch? Try to connect to the little details. The more that you connect to those little details, the more that you'll connect to that soul that little girl had. Guaranteed. And ask yourself those questions though. You know, like what kind of toys did I have? Like try to really connect to that version of yourself and guarantee you'll definitely start sitting in that energy. Okay, even if it's like going back to your toddler or, you know, your teenage, you know, years, whatever it might be, try to go as back as you can. Because honestly, that past version of yourself does have answers, okay? This is why it is important to review the past. And, you know, Carl Jung used to talk about this, but like a lot of shadow work, it deals with us going back. That's the only way we heal. Because depending on the past, we can now see the cycles and the patterns that we had too, that we need to break. Yeah. So it's really important, guys. I hope that was helpful though. Sorry, I know I've been like long-winded today. I've just been on it this morning. Make sure you guys are drinking water. It's Wednesday, so it's Mercury Day, so I'm like, like I swear on Wednesdays, I'm just like I could just keep talking forever. It's a great day to film content, which is what I want to do later on today. I'm really trying to take everything so seriously. See, I reviewed the past and I said, what did you do, Joy, when you first started TikTok? I was taking this shit so seriously. I've allowed myself to just, kind of fall flat because I don't know, you get bored after a while. And then now I'm at this place where let's create more, Joy. Let's keep going, Joy. And now I'm like, okay, I had to figure something out. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I really desire to do right now? Communication Wednesdays, hell yeah. I'm telling you, I communicate like crazy on a Wednesday. But that's the thing. When I look back and I'm like, what was I doing? I was posting 3 times a day. I was taking it seriously. I was constantly on live. I had this impulse to do things all the time. And that's where I gotta stay. I gotta stick back to those things that were working for me. It's the same thing for you guys. If you guys fell off on a routine, go back. But it's easy for us to fall off when we get comfortable. And I'm saying that for myself. I got comfortable. You think over time you don't really need to put much effort into it, and that's a lie. You do need to rest when you need to rest, but you always need to constantly be putting effort into something that you want. You know what I mean? And I'm at this place where I'm trying to reach next levels, right? So that means, Joy, what did you do to even reach a next level? Go back to doing that. That worked, right? It's essential. There is a method to the madness of all things. But one thing I know for sure is don't give up on yourself right now. Things are changing for a reason. And I think this is a really good opportunity for everyone to really change their life in the way that they want to. Okay. I had goals years ago and I reached those goals. Now I have new ones and I want to reach those new ones, and I don't want to stop my growth. I want to keep it going. Right. And I know I can because I know I've done it before. Right? And it's the same thing for you guys who are listening here. It's I know I've reached some heights. Doesn't mean I can't do it again, because clearly it's doable. You know what I mean? It's doable. It's just the energy. The energy has shifted from I'm comfortable, right? Or I'm uncomfortable, okay? Because I used to be uncomfortable with what I was doing. I couldn't do it anymore. So I had to do something different. And now I'm at this place where my comfort zone is not comfortable anymore. So I'm now at this place, well, let's do something different, right? So it's one of those things, sometimes they break from the digital help self-reflection. Absolutely. And we need that from time to time to really just take a step back and say, okay, what is really going on here? You know what I mean? And, social media could be such a portal that gets us lost in loops. And, I don't want to speak too much about myself, guys. I feel like I'm being a little bit me, but this is, I'm giving an example from personal experience. It's just I understand what it feels like to just be in a place where you just want so many different things. You're so sick of doing the same thing over and over again. But I'm telling you, when you have a drive and you just keep at it, you definitely reap the rewards. And I saw that. Being consistent with myself when I first started on TikTok, just in 6 months, my account was booming. You know what I mean? And it's definitely possible, but I was putting so much effort into it that as of now, you reach a plateau and you're like, well, I don't need to put as much effort into something because I've already kind of hit some sort of success. And it's no, well, do you want to continue to reach more success, or is this the only type of success you want? I don't know about you guys, but I want more. And why do I want more? Because I've seen myself have more. I've seen myself doing more. And I see it so clearly that it hurts me that I'm not doing what I should be doing. And I feel like we are all at that place where it's I know, I see it already, I feel it already. But now it's about the actions that need to be aligned with these goals and these manifestations. And that's what really makes such a big difference in our lives. It's taking inspired action. And listen, you don't need to be perfect at it either. When I first started, I was not perfect. I was making the silliest videos. I was just doing it for fun, though, not having any expectations. Once again, let's go back to the expectations. Drop the expectations. Do it because it's fun. Have fun creating, You don't need any expectations. You don't need any outcome. Let's not try to be viral all the time. It's not about that. It's about reaching the right people and being authentically you. Because those numbers, they'll make you stop wanting to create, right? You'll get frustrated. I'm just speaking on the terms of content creating right now because that's the example I have. But also, it's the same thing with your corporate jobs too. You know, you reach a plateau in your career and you're like, you know what, I want to make more money. But one thing I do know is that I had a... I don't know if any of you guys follow Clark Kegley. He's a YouTuber. He also has TikToks. I did a workshop with him years ago. Okay. And the biggest thing that I took from it is that you're never going to be rewarded if you're not putting in more work than other people. Okay, and I was thinking about this at work because I was always one of those people that's like, I'm not getting paid to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Got me fucked up. That's so wrong. It's the people that go over their expectations that get the promotions. It's the people that say, I know I'm just getting paid this, but I'm going to work like I'm getting paid that. That's who gets the promotion. So that was a huge thing for me because after I started doing that, I got a really big promotion at work because I was always one of those people that was like, I ain't gonna do any extra. Like, this is my limitations here, right? But Clark Kegley was just like, it's gonna keep you stuck though. You have to go beyond those expectations and start working like you already get paid that much, right? Once again, it's the action. Start working like you're already getting paid that way. And then you do. Now you attract that into your life because energetically you're already there. Action-wise, you're already there. And that literally, yeah, cheat code activated, exactly, like so fucking for real. You know, have you ever seen these like coaches on TikTok and they're like, you want to be famous? Well, you have to act like you're famous now. It's true. It's true. If that's your deep desire, you better go out there acting like there's paparazzi following you. Go. Like, be so fucking for real. Be so effing delusional. Pretend like that is who you are, what it is. You have all these fan bases. Like, energetically, it will happen for you. Okay? But it does take consistency and a little bit of action, I promise you. People can really change their lives in a really short span of time if they really believe they can. But it's about that self-concept. Who are you? Or do you feel like it's imposter syndrome? Do you feel like you're lying to yourself when you are acting that way? Because then that's where we need to say, it's not imposter syndrome. I actually am this way. This is who I am. So don't trick yourself or deceive yourself in thinking that this isn't who you actually are. No, this is who you are. You're just stepping out of the old version of yourself. So you're in this in-between right now, where that old version of yourself is saying, this is not you. But in reality, you're already, like, in the future. Yes, that is you. Does that make sense, guys? That totally is you. It's not fake. It's not phony. This is a new version of yourself. And allow yourself to be that person. It's okay. Do you get what I'm saying? So I wish I could save this live. I actually can save it. I could download it. You want me to send it to you, Kat? I know that they allow me to save and download these. But it's really important, guys, and you know, I want you guys to understand how gorgeous you are, first of all, because I feel like you guys need to understand that on a soul level, you guys have a lot to offer this world, and you have a lot to offer for yourself, too. And that's another thing, too. It's like, what you're giving out, you're giving back to yourself, and I know it. So it's like, it's not even about what you're giving to others, like, what are you giving back to yourself? Because truly, what you give back to yourself is how you can extend that all to other people. You know what I mean? So honor yourself. You are not little, you are not small. You are constantly growing, so allow that growth to happen. It is not imposter syndrome. You want to be a new version? Be it. Nobody's stopping you. And you know, those other people out there, they'll be like, oh, this person's acting different. No, you're in your own head right here, okay? People, they want you to stay exactly where you are. Especially those people who, you know, they start seeing you level up and shit like that, and they're like, who do you think you are? I think that I'm amazing, so I'm gonna continue to level up as I should, correct? Sorry, you know, like, you know, people are gonna get offended by this when you start acting different or you start choosing differently. Let them get offended. That's perception, okay, and that is projection, right? People who really love you will want to encourage you to do something different. They will. They will, right? But the moment someone starts to see that you're just going a little bit more than them, they start to get pissed. And then they hate you. But really what this is that they are inspired. Because jealousy is actually underlining inspiration. It is. When you're jealous of something, you want it. Which means there's some sort of inspiration. That's why people get jealous, is because they want something like that. Okay? So don't take that shit personally. This is why I said don't take that shit personally. Because it's like, honestly, if somebody's going to be that way, it's because they want to be you. They said, oh man, I'm inspired, but I don't want you to know. But I'll never admit it. Low key, you are. Let's be so fucking for real. You're inspired right now. But because you don't have the ability to take action towards it, well, actually, you do have the ability to, but you refuse to see your power, is really what it is. That's what makes them jealous. Because they don't see their own power, but they see that it is ignited in you. And that's frustrating for people who don't get it. They're like, how did you do that? Self-awareness, bitch. Start to understand who the fuck you are and what you are. And you start to understand you could change everything for yourself. Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. Yeah? Everything. And it's crazy. It's crazy that, you know, some people see it this way, but you know what? This is why it really is important to not take anything personally, man. It is a mirroring situation, and the last thing that you want to do is stoop down to their level, right? And get into, you know, your negative vibrations. You're like, why do they hate me so much? No, they hate themselves, dog. It's not you, baby. You exude so much love that it triggers them to want to do that for themselves, but they don't know how. That's why it frustrates people, because they lack knowledge. People perish because they lack knowledge. And so it's so important when you got yourself educated, you understand how to get yourself out of the rut. You know, some people don't want to take the time out to figure that out. And some people just don't have the people around them to do so. So that's also circumstance, yeah? It's unfortunate, but it's true. But people perish because they lack knowledge. It's always those people who are very knowledgeable things that really can change the life. People who are reading self-help books, self-awareness, you know, who are diving into spirituality, wanting to understand the universe and why we're all here, why we're all connected. You start to understand these things, everything starts to click. Yes. Then hustle and flow, exactly. Hey, listen, work hard, yes. Play hard, yes. Okay, like let's balance out the ball. Work hard, yes. Play hard, yes. Give yourself that time to really have fun, right? I always say this, but like creating your life should be fun. And the moment it stops becoming fun, have some rest. Just give yourself some rest. Give yourself some time. Because I understand there's stresses out there. I understand we have responsibilities. So the moment everything stops being fun, give yourself a little bit of a rest and start over. Okay? Like, for real. I have knowledge, but I don't share it. Bitch, you better start! You better start! Please, for the sake of the rest of the world, share it. We're trying to level up the consciousness. Share it. Ugh. I'm so serious, B. Listen, I understand. It's a missus, yeah. Listen, I understand. Sometimes we want to keep the secret sauce to ourselves. I get it. I get it. And we're like, you go ahead and figure that shit out for yourself since I had to do it too. But listen, I think that this is where it comes down to the differentiation of leader and follower. Okay? So, and this is not a bad thing. I think there's two roles in life. You know, there's always going to be the leader of a pack. And then we have the people who are going to abide by the leader. But either way, there's no I in team. We all need it, right? We need everyone to be on accordance, but there will be somebody that does lead the pack, and that's good. But we also need people who are going to follow suit so that we're all in unison. So for you might just be that leader. You know what I mean? So lead the pack. I get it, man. I get it. But I think it is important that we are sharing the knowledge that we do have with other people. One thing we don't need to share is like the projects we're doing. You know, that's the shit we don't need to really share, like our business with our, you know, relationships and like other things. Like that stuff, you don't need to know it. Okay? But when it comes to just knowledge in general and like what really could help society, express it. People need it. People are lost right now, you guys. This is such an opportunity to help the collective in a different way. We want to see heaven on earth. We need to all be in a higher state of consciousness. You know, Jesus will resurrect, but we resurrect with him, meaning Christ consciousness, right? It literally says that in the Bible. I don't know how people misinterpreted that, because it literally says we resurrect with him. So I don't know why people think it's just him. But anyways, yeah, like it's crazy. But anyways, like that's what I'm talking about here. You know, we all need to be on the same page, and extending love and support to one another. Hello, arrivederci. My fucking Italian hands, I swear, come out from time to time. But it's true. Okay, so extending the love is important. I understand that not everyone wants to be an educator, and I get it. But sometimes that's just the role you kind of got yourself into, yeah? And that's also comes with awareness. You're like, what the fuck? What kind of role am I playing in society here? And that's what your North Node will tell you, right? Your destiny here. What is your role? How are you supposed to step into your role? You know, how do you lead people? Everyone kind of leads in their own way. But there is always going to be that one person that just kind of sets the whole tone for everyone. And that was Jesus, man. He was that good example. This is how you live life accordingly. This is how you love one another. This is how you stay in a high state of consciousness, right? We needed that person, and we need those people in society now too. Please be Jesus. Please be Jesus. All right. Najma, I love you. Leo North Node. I love that. See, like, the thing about the Leo North Node is the entertainer. It's really putting yourself out there. And I think for a long time, you just wanted to hide, okay? Because that usually the opposites, the South Node is just like, I don't really want to share my gifts and talents, or I don't know if I want to be an entertainer, or, you know, let out that childlike energy. But you are supposed to. You're supposed to be creative. Let yourself shine. Exactly, you're shy. I get it. But see, the North Node teaches you how you're supposed to be. And it's the same thing with Chiron. Because Chiron might be, you know, Chiron is that wounded healer. So we do need to heal Chiron in order for us to even step into the North Node too. Because it's usually that Chiron influence that is really hindering us from that growth. Most definitely. I love you. I'm ever so grateful, seriously, girl. I'm grateful for you too. I appreciate you being here. Elena, I have you scheduled already for today. I have you on my schedule already for today. And so, let's see, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, I have you scheduled. Did you schedule a new one right now? Had you for yesterday? You scheduled for on a Wednesday. Okay, you said North Node in Aries. Okay, so Aries represents the first house. Okay, so first house is all about self-expression, your personality. This is also about the physical body. But Aries is the leader. It's the innovator. Bravery. So you might show up as a leader in people's lives, or you do need to learn how to lead and assert yourself more in situations. So you might have a hard time asserting yourself, asserting your leadership, you know, being the dominator, because that is quite literally what you're supposed to do. Maybe not dominate other people, but to be the dominance in the room, like the person that people go to. Tips for Virgo: stop overanalyzing. You're not going to be perfect. Sorry. I said what I said. I said what I said. The more that you stop analyzing. I feel like my Virgos out there, first of all, you are ruled by Mercury. So, like, you're constantly thinking, constantly, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of it has to do with the perfectionism of everything needs to be detailed. Everything needs to be looking good in order for me to do this. And it's not true. It's not true. That's what hinders the Virgo. It really does. I said what I said. I'm sorry. It's interesting because I've always felt drawn to being a leader but struggle to be dominant. Exactly. That's what I mean. But that's your purpose, man. And maybe the problem with you with dominance is that you could probably come off a little too overbearing. Maybe there's something with the ego a little bit. So maybe that's why you don't like to be a little bit more assertive. Okay, so sometimes that might be the case. So maybe you need to learn how to be a little bit more dominant, but a little bit more soft too at the same time. That's so me, but I'm a Scorpio. What are your other placements? Scorpios are interesting, man. You know, you guys are fixed signs, so maybe that's why, like, Scorpio's quite stubborn with the way that, like, they like to do things, you know? They also have this, like, exuding and sense of power, so when they aren't feeling powerful, that they become very nitpicky with themselves, and they're like, why am I not in my power right now? Why am I not seeing through all the situations? So there is a nitpicking going on there too. Let's see. Oh, that's so awesome, Jeremy. I'm glad you're going into nature. Have fun. I've never said this out loud, but I've never wanted to be in the world as be seen. Well, if you have a Leo North Node, get used to it. Sorry. Listen, you do want to be seen. The thing about this, guys, don't lie to yourself. There is an impulse to want to be seen here, but you're just scared. You're scared of the rejection. Leo has a big heart. And when Leo's heart is fucking hurt, oh, forget it. Forget it. That's the thing about Leos. Leos are extremely sensitive. They'll never really want to admit that, but, like, Leos hate rejection. They hate it. They get really hurt when they get rejected. So a lot of the Leo North Nodes, the reason why they don't want to step up is because of that reason. Not feeling wanted or needed in the world, but maybe when they do express themselves, they're not, you know, it's not rewarded properly, or it's not, you know, taken in the right way. So then that also makes the Leo North Node go back into the hermit shell, and it's like, well, I don't know if, like, being out there is really meant for me. It's like, no, you just haven't found the right people for yourself, right? You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You're not. Elena, I'm going to message you right now. I'm going to be hopping off soon, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's live. And I don't want to roar out of line. Don't. Like, here's the thing. Like, get yourself grounded. My stellium be strong. I can cry for days. What stellium do you have? You know, is there a good app for birth charts or website? Yeah, so I use Time Passages for birth charts. It's my favorite one. It's very accurate. Yeah, Danny, let me know. I actually emailed you yesterday. I don't know if you got it. But yeah, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. Let me know. Yeah, just give me an email back, Danny, and then we'll set it up for today too. But yeah, I do have some for today. I'm just not taking any more personals. Really wish I screen recorded this today. I got you guys. If you guys want me to put it up, I most definitely can. Maybe I can upload it on my YouTube channel. You guys want me to do that? I can upload it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I got you. Okay, I'll upload it on my YouTube channel. So that you guys can look back at it. I appreciate you guys being here and just chatting. I liked the chat today. It was really nice, a good flow. Whatever you prefer. What's your YouTube, girl? My YouTube link is in my link tree, so you guys could just hit the link. Good. Yeah, humble and at peace. I like that. Listen, it's okay to be assertive. It's not okay to be an asshole. Like, you can set your boundaries without being an asshole. You know what I mean? So there's a big difference, right? Like, you can tell when somebody's trying to just be an ass about things, and trying to just be a little bit, like, egotistical. But when you know how to be assertive, you do it in a way where it's gentle. It's like you kind of tame the lion a little bit, because impulsively we kind of just want to react. But when we are being assertive, we don't want to like cause problems for ourselves and also for somebody else to feel like we are a problem for them, right? So I do think that Leos, specifically that Leo North Node, or even the Aries North Node specifically too, that could be a big issue for you guys from time to time. Fire placements in general, just being assertive in a way that's not so like too much, right? And I think that Aries, I feel like Aries women have a problem with that. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not saying all of them are that way, but Leos and Aries, maybe in their wounded era, a lot of the Leo and Aries placements I've met always had an issue with that. But once again, I think it's an authority thing. They're too aggressive. The unhealed versions, right? I'm talking about like the people who are like still in their shadow self. So that could be like the negative qualities about those signs. And it's the same thing for Capricorns, the same thing for Scorpios, Libras. I mean, we all have our negative qualities that we could just be like bitches about it, right? It's just all in a different way. Some people are bitches behind the scenes and some people are bitches up front. Either way, they're bitches. They don't come at you with love, exactly. You know what I mean? Libra be that bitch behind scenes. I said what I said. This is why I'm sorry. Libra really be that bitch behind scenes, causing havoc. And you like, where'd you hear that from? Oh, the Libra told me. But then they're a little hamster in front of you, and you're like, you said that? Oh my God, you're innocent? Your innocent ass said that? No. Oh my God, let me tell you, they're so sneaky, dog. You want to talk about somebody who's got a two-faced Libra? Don't even come with me with the Gemini. The Gemini just knows how to be a chameleon. They know how to mask themselves in different areas, but they are not fake. I do not consider Geminis to be fake. I've always considered Geminis to be so fucking for real. It's the Libras for me let me just say, they always be coming out with some fire, but you always hear it from somebody else. It's never from them. Drives me nuts. But anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to gangbang on them, guys, for real. I love all signs, okay? I just do think, I do know the negative qualities of all the signs, and I really just feel like Libras, those are the ones that are two-faced. They really be showing different faces, and like, it's really hard to tell, though, because they come off so fucking genuine. They really do. They're hard. They're tough, man. They seem so nice. Capricorns are cool. They're assholes, too. I'm a Capricorn. The thing about Capricorns is that we're really loyal. We don't let a lot of people into our lives. We're really picky. But we are assholes. Yeah, we could be an asshole. And we could be extremely careless. And one thing about Capricorns, like, they love themselves, okay? I'm like, let's just be so fucking for real. They will be prioritizing themselves, so if you don't add value to their life, they don't care about you. The negative qualities of a Capricorn. If you're not adding value to them, they don't care about you. They won't prioritize you. Especially the male Capricorns, right? When they're dating people, if you don't add any value to that Capricorn's life, they're not going to want to date you. You have to be some sort of value. Like, you got to have something that you can implement into their lives. Capricorns really care about the material things, the aspects of things. That's kind of how they show their love, right? And it's the same thing. We build each other up on a material aspect in some sort of sense, right? But it depends on the moon signs too. I'm just talking about the sun sign. Leos, I love my Leos. Don't compete where you don't compare, period. But we're assholes. Also, I can't even deny it. We're really good at dropping people like they never existed. That's the problem with us, is that we're really good at like, that never happened. I never dated you. But it's so true. All right, this is gonna be my last one, guys, and I'm gonna head out. Leos, you said Leos. Leo sun? I'm just being serious. Hey, listen, I got negative qualities too that I've definitely worked through, and I know for damn certain Capricorns are assholes. I've seen it through, and I know myself too from the past experiences that I've had. I was such an asshole. You know, we could be really negative sometimes too, and just so hard-headed. Like, we really are so hard-headed sometimes, and that's why we are the fucking, we achieve shit slowly, because we're constantly doing things that we shouldn't be doing, because people tell us not to do it, and we're like, no, what the fuck, I'm gonna do it anyways. And then we fall on our ass, and then we learn. But that's how the Capricorn grows. It's a slow, gradual build. Time is in our favor. Time is in our favor. Leos, though, I feel like Leos are awesome, man. Like, I've had nothing but good experiences with Leos. I think the biggest thing about Leo moons, I want to talk about Leo moons for a second, because y'all be pissing me off. My fiance is a Leo moon, and he's selfish, right? There's a tendency, just in general, like with Leos, they could be extremely selfish because of that sun energy. The world revolves around me. If it does not involve me, I do not care. Right? It's like literally one of those things, especially with the Leo moon. If you're not validating that Leo moon, or if it's like you're not prioritizing the Leo's, needs and the wants, they're just like, what? Why don't you care about me? It's like, well, hold on. I gotta prioritize my own needs sometimes, and sometimes it's not about you, Leo. And the Leo gets hurt. They get butt hurt, because then you start to make them feel like they're not prioritized or they're not needed, and that's not true. It's just like, it's not always about the Leo. It's not always like what Leo gets to pick and what Leo wants to choose. It's not always about that. So I think that the Leo gets frustrated when people don't prioritize their wants and their needs, but really what the Leo needs to learn how to do is to prioritize their own wants and needs. That is how the Leo heals. Because the Leo is constantly looking for people to validate them, and constantly looking for people to heal them and make them feel comfortable. But once the Leo does that for themselves, they truly are the sun. And they don't need anyone to say, hey, you're the sun. You know what I mean? Because you guys are the sun, and you don't need to try. But the moment you start trying to do it, people hate you. Because it's like, you already shine and bright, bitch. You didn't need to do so much, like, fuck. Right? And that's the thing. Like, I remember my fiance telling me, he was like, people just never liked me because I was always doing too much. And I'm like, yeah, because you were trying to get attention. Your energy already by itself, it gets attention. So when you constantly try to get that attention, it's like it comes off unauthentic, and people don't like you. It's negative, How do I learn all of this? I read. Honestly, I've read a lot of astrology books, and I feel like I've been into astrology for a really long time though. It's been like years, 7 years maybe even longer than that. Actually, a lot longer than that. But I started really getting like into the details about 7 years ago, like reading birth charts, understanding the moon signs, rising, all that shit. The feeling part, but stopping the validation seeking is a challenge. It is, but that's just something that we have to learn how to do, right? We just need to expect greatness from ourselves. It does not matter what people think about us. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's about how you think about yourself, and this is why practicing self-love is the most important thing that you could do for yourself, because when you have self-love, you really don't need validation. The validation from yourself is everything you need. That relationship, that's that hot relationship that you have. And it's like, this is that relationship that says, I'm fucking worthy. Hell yeah, I am that person. Alright, you no longer need it from another individual who probably doesn't even have their own self-love. Because fuck that. You know what I mean? I cared so much of what people say and it has messed me up. Absolutely. Because those people have no right to speak into your life that way. Anusha, how are you? I'm gonna head out, you guys. I need to go do some of my personal readings on the side. I'm gonna get into it. I know, I'm gonna get into it right now, Anusha. I'm heading out. Alright, you guys. I love you all so much. I'll see you guys very, very soon. I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.